Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you just...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Herbert on first down now. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, outside.
Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him,
nice.
but not before he
my
gets
hair, your hair. Anyway, make sure you put it on the stairs, baby. Thank you. Love you.
You're thinking of throwing to your tight end, it's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
On first down, it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. 21-0 our score after 1. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. At their own 36-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but hold on. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So potentially a takeaway in the second quarter.
Because what it does is give the offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That is caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Screenplay, McKinnon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Travis Kelce. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw here, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Chiefs 6.
Where that came from. Thank you.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now it's second and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got it. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Darius Davis from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Still going. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Now he's free at the 35. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Eckler's long been one of the most underrated players in the NFL, but he's now starting to get his due. 915 yards, a career best last season, with 13 touchdowns on the ground.
Able to push his way through. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 2, Herbert. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A handoff now for Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. This is a counter play. Eckler. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's James. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 39 yards. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. once more. Here's Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. James now to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 59 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now a give running left is Eckler. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 80 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the